I don't really want to watch a Raptors 9-5 lineup for the fourth quarter. Never a good sign when the post-game show is getting started right at the end of the third quarter, but not really a lot of reason to watch the game. And though a lot of these games for Raptors have been bad, even less of a reason to watch this game today than other games. And I'll explain why and cover everything that we saw so far in tonight's post-game show. I know these ones are tough. I know these games are tough, but we're grinding through. We're doing the watch parties. We're doing the post-game shows. So if you get value out of these, if you're getting entertainment, would appreciate if you do hit the like button and make sure you subscribe to the channel, because even still, we're doing these pieces of content for every Raptors game that we can. So let's get into this one here. So, usually for these post-game shows, they'll come in and say that, well, what is there really to talk about here? The Raptors are tanking, and they looked like it today. But they kind of looked even worse than normal today. And in particular, what kind of frustrated me to the point of not really wanting to finish this game or get even close to finishing this game today, as we'll see the scoreline continue to tick differently as the fourth quarter wears on. What was different about today is that I always say that organizations tank, but players don't tank, coaches don't tank. But in particular today, kind of felt like coaches were tanking. Players are always going to play hard. They're not going to tank. And especially a lot of these guys that are playing right now, they're trying to earn roster spots for next season. They're trying to earn their next contract. These are massive. These minutes are massive for them. And to be able to showcase themselves in 15, 20, 25-minute segments every game, it's a big opportunity for these guys. But for me watching, it kind of sucks. And for you watching, kind of sucks as well. And it kind of sucks even more when it doesn't even feel like the coaches are really trying to put the team in the best position to win games. I understand the bigger picture. I understand, they're trying to get a look at all these guys. They're trying to work on development, see what sort of talent they have potentially for the summer, potentially for next season. With all this in consideration, even still, like I voiced my extraordinary displeasure for the 4+1 lineups this season. So Darko today decided to go and say, oh, no, you know what? You don't like the 4+1 lineup? No problem. No 4+1 lineup. How about a 5+0 lineup? An all-bench lineup. The J5 lineup made its debut for the Raptors today. What a lineup it was. At one point, the current lineup for the Raptors was Javon Freeman-Liberty, Jamias Ramsey, Jordan Nwora, Jalen McDaniels, and Jontay Porter, the J5 lineup. Yeah, imagine somebody a year ago telling you that a five-man lineup on the floor for the Raptors in 2024 was Freeman, Liberty, Ramsey, Nwora, McDaniels, Porter. A lot of you might have said, who the fuck are those guys? And you'd probably be right in saying that. This time last year, I didn't know who Javon Freeman-Liberty was. I did know who Jamias Ramsey was. I knew of him in the G League and from his college days. I knew who Jordan Nwora was from his time with the Bucks. And I knew who Jalen McDaniels was because he was on the Sixers this time. Did not know who Jontay Porter was. So, yeah. Anyways, it felt like the 5+0 lineup, which eventually turned into Mohamedou Gay coming in for Jontay Porter, who left the game with an illness. It just kind of felt to me like there wasn't really a strong desire from the coaching staff to even try and win this game. And it was a close game at the time. I mean, at one point it was 29-27. And then the Kings go on a big run. They make it 46-31, extend the run, and they take like a near 40-point lead in the third quarter. The Raptors' largest loss in franchise history at home came a few weeks ago into New Orleans Pelicans when the Raptors lost by 41 points. And it certainly feels as though that is in range today. The Kings are fighting for a playoff position. They're trying to win here. They're going all out to try and win this game. Can't really blame them for doing so. And the Raptors get kind of caught in what we'll call like a crossfire almost. So, yeah, it's kind of going to suck. But at least the solace I had in watching other games with this team is that, like, they're still trying to win. They're still putting themselves in a position to at least try and win and try and stay competitive. But it didn't really feel like they were trying to do that today. So, again, I understand why they're doing that. But from a watching perspective, it does kind of suck to watch sometimes. So let's take a look at what did transpire with the box score. A lot of ugly stats here. Highest score for the Raptors thus far is Jordan Nwora at 13 points, 5 of 7 from the field. 5 turnovers, though. I mean, he's been playing well and kind of giving me the thought that, okay, these minutes are important for him. He might be able to fit in the roster as a 12 to 15 guy next season. Ramsey would be interesting to get a continued look at after his 10-day contract is up. Was nice to see Freeman Liberty back in the game for the Raptors, getting play time. It looks like he just scored as well. 4 points for him. On the starters, Olynyk, tough matchup against Sabonis. Goes 3 of 6, but 7 points, minus 26. Bruce Brown at point guard gives you 6 assists, 9 points. Gary Trent, a little bit back down to earth this one, 4-13 shooting night, 12 points. Again, all these so far as the game continues to go here. Grady Dick is in a bit of a rough patch here. 1 of 7 from the field today, 1 of 6 from 3. So, nobody really could stop Fox today. Nobody could hang with the size of Sabonis. He got 13 points, 17 rebounds, 10 assists already. It's an ugly one. It's an ugly one to get through, and you get ugly statistics in the team stats like this. 40% from the field, 28% from 3. They go 55% from the field. It's a crappy team with crappy lineups. Not much you can really expect here. The Kings are good, but the spread was 10-11 pregame. I feel like they could have tried a little bit harder, but this team, this is the worst the Raptors have had record-wise since 2010-2011. Like, even the Tampa season wasn't this bad. So games are getting tougher, and it doesn't feel like any win really might be on the way. Like, the Raptors could legitimately lose out from here. 13 more games after this. Thunder up next. Even Saturday against the Wizards. Like, they're away at Washington. Like, with the lineups we saw today, they probably won't even be favored there. I don't think the Raptors will be favored again for the rest of the season. The Raptors were favored against the Trailblazers on March 9th. And 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. I think they might close out the season with 18 straight games where they are underdogs. So that's just kind of the sad reality of what's happened with the season. We're going to kind of just grind our way through it. Hopefully get some interesting storylines, interesting young players to look at in the process. But, I mean, I've been pretty low energy the last couple of weeks, feeling like maybe a little bit burnt out. These games used to give me a nice boost end of the day. They don't do that anymore, which kind of sucks. But I see the bigger picture. I see the tank. I see a little bit of the vision. Let's hope all of this was worth it, and we can look back on this one in October. Look back, hey, remember when we had a lineup of Freeman Liberty, Jamias Ramsey, Jonte Porter, Jalen McDaniels, and Jordan Nwora? Remember when that was a 5-man lineup at one time? That was funny. Glad we're past that, but only time will tell. Thanks, everybody, for still tuning in, still watching. I appreciate it. Smash the like button if you enjoyed. Subscribe to the channel for more Raptors content like this. And look, even though the games suck right now, we're still doing this content. And as we go into the offseason, even more exciting content is on the way as well. So no matter what you want in the Raptors universe, NBA universe, you're going to get some great content here you're going to enjoy. Keep it locked. Join the Amateur Hour Army.